Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ray Maor, and I teach people how to become Breatharian level 3s. In this video, I'd like to talk a little bit about what happens to people that go through the transformation initiation and those that actually succeed in going over 6 months. So I'm not talking about the first 3 or 4 months that has a little bit more struggles and social anxiety and how to explain it to people and all these type of things. And I'm talking about when the habit has already set and you're already used to it and you're no longer hungry and you're no longer thirsty and you're just type of like living your life again. And your ego actually calmed down as well, because usually after the initiation, a lot of people get really excited. Oh, you know, I live off energy and stuff like that. Wait a while, get used to it, you know, live your life. So I'm talking about that time or that time period. So the first thing that I can notice, and again, for me, it happened over 12 years ago. So I'm talking about what I see in my students. Now, one thing that we see is that there is an increase in dopamine levels. There's a difference between being happy and being in joy. Joy is a sensation of perpetual happiness and tranquility. Now, this type of tranquility doesn't come because you no longer have trouble in your life or stress in your life. It comes because you're no longer troubled by these type of things. Now, I don't know why, but apparently the digestive system and the brain have a connection between them. When the energy does no longer serve the digestive system, it goes up to the consciousness. You will notice, if you've ever practiced in any sort of fasting, that when you fast, you become much more present. And when you become more present, usually you have more solutions than issues. And you take a moment to relax and take a breath before you make a decision. And this changes the way that you perceive things, and that brings joy. So that means that you're still a normal person, have a job, have stress, has a family or relationship or everything like that. But the way that you deal with the day-to-day issues is much easier. Second thing why you have increased dopamine levels is that you have a lot more time. The reason that you have more time is that Breatharians don't sleep as much. Usually they sleep a couple of hours less than before their transition. They don't eat, you know, breakfast and lunch and dinner, so they don't go shopping a lot, they don't go to the toilet a lot. So you have approximately 4 or 5 hours more every day than you had before. So all these things that you always told yourself, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough time, suddenly you have time. So you have time for that meditation, and you do have time for that Wim Hof ice bath if you want, and you have time for stretches and so for breathing exercises, or just being with yourself or reading a book. And this time really helps calm you down and makes you happier. Another thing that happens is that you save up on money, of course, because you don't spend that much. If you do eat, you usually eat socially with other people and you plan it that way. So that's also something that you can contribute to being a little bit more happy and tranquil and calm. Other changes that you can see is the body itself. I've seen changes in people's chest. Of course, for a while, you lose a lot of weight. You become your ideal weight, the weight that your body always wanted to be in. Another thing that happens is that you get sick significantly less. Again, because your energetic system is now clean. There are no longer any toxins. And if there are toxins that are introduced, they are immediately removed from the system, the biological system, right? The body detoxes itself once you stop eating. And if you're in a perpetual state of always not eating or eating very, very little, then the body always has the time to detox itself. So you no longer need a detox here and there or once a year or juice fast or something like that. It just happens automatically. So the medical studies has proven that people that continuously detox don't really have a lot of sickness, and they live significantly longer, about 20 to 30% longer. What other positive things can I tell you? In order to reach that state and stay in that Breatharian type of state, the Pranic energy type of state, you will have to be a lot more emotionally clean. So you will notice that emotional eating happens when the person goes up and down and up and down. So they have more drama in their life, boredom, insatisfaction, and eventually they go to the fridge or to that special cupboard that has all the yummy stuff that you keep at home, right? When you learn about your emotional needs and you see that you're really hungry or that you're really thirsty, or how much is hunger and when am I actually satisfied, and you learn how to deal with these things without eating, and you understand the emotions that are behind them. Oh, today, yeah, I was bored at work. Or today, somebody told me something not nice. I didn't look very good in the morning. I had a very, very bad hair day today. Whatever. You start noticing that you can deal with them differently without food. And this happens to almost everyone. Everyone in the end of the day, they snack in front of Netflix and they have these bad eating habits. And it completely cleans those bad eating habits. And therefore you become, again, more aware. More aware, it means that you're more present. And if you're more present, you're in a higher vibration. When you're immediately in a higher vibration, like when you're in love or working on something that you're excited about, you don't really feel like you need to eat. You're just happy with whatever it is that's happening right now, right? It's only when you look at your clock and the clock says, oh, it's 5 o'clock, it's 6 o'clock in the evening, I have to eat something because that's usually when I eat dinner. That's when your mind will signal your stomach, get him hungry or get her hungry because she thinks about dinner. And then you crave something. But before that, when you were excited, when you were in the zone, when you were present, you didn't really think about that. So think about living life from that type of vibration. So you do it for so many months in the beginning until you get used to just being in that type of vibration. And in order to become a little bit more present in your emotions and a little bit more aware of your emotions that make you eat emotional eating or emotional drinking, you stop and you pause and you take a deep breath and you analyze yourself. By analyzing yourself, again, you're adding more layers of understanding. Because a lot of times, food has absolutely nothing to do with your emotional needs right now. They have to do with a vibration of something that you needed when you were younger. So your mother's cooking brings in your mother's love. So a special type of, dinner that you have with your friends at a special moment. And when you eat that dinner, it reminds you of them. And when you had chocolate, it was because your grandma loved you and she brought you chocolate when you came to visit her. And you have all these ideas and beliefs about food that you're not even aware of. So they all come up to the surface to be recognized and to be dealt with and healed and be detached from. So these are just some of the amazing things that actually happen when a person becomes a Breatharian level 3. So in conclusion, my friends, becoming a Breatharian level 3 has multiple advantages. It will change your life in more than one way. You can check out my testimonials page on my website, raymaor.com. And if you want to join one of these life-changing initiations, just sign up. Find the next one in a country near you. Thank you for listening and namaste.